So yeah, so I took that jail tour. You know that one? Do you know what happened in that jail up there? You know you're 3 blocks away from that jail up there? Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened in that jail. Ready? You can answer me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to just jump right in. It's no problem. Okay. So, on June 21st, 1877, 10 Irishmen were all hanged before 11 o'clock in the morning. 4 of them at that jail up there simultaneously. Now, they were all hanged because a detective, a spy, labeled them Molly Maguires, which made them immediate vigilantes in the eyes of the public. And some of them may have been, but some of them weren't at all. Some of them were working their way out of the mine, cultivating political leadership, and running their own businesses. But nobody paid attention until the politician that the money man, Mr. Packer, expected to win, lost the election. So, Packer then hired a spy, worked through the channels of justice, and legally hanged 20 Irishmen over a 2-year period, thereby eliminating his political competition. Right? That was Plan B, however. I'm going to tell you, just believe me. Plan A happened 2 years earlier at this place called McGann's Patch. See, the Irish were considered expendable labor. So much so, I mean, along with other groups, but so much so that at 3 o'clock in the morning, no fewer than 30 hooded men surrounded this patch home. And it was the home of a reputable miner because it had 4 floors to it. And they burst in at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they accidentally shot a pregnant woman through her very large stomach. Well, the money man almost lost his precious spy on this one, because the spy couldn't reconcile shooting a woman, especially a pregnant woman, because I guess we need it for reproduction or something. I don't know. It was not okay to kill women, but it was okay to kill men. I don't know. So then that's why Plan B was invented. And Plan B meant that everything would flow through the channels of justice, even though Packer paid for the police, the court, everything. The only thing the state provided in these infamous Molly Maguire trials was the room. So the public thought these Molly Maguires were animals, from what the press had written. They were said to have hair growing out of their teeth. So the public was just greatly disappointed to find out that these Molly Maguires were men. Some of them bent and crooked and marked up by coal, but they were all human. So now I'm going to do a song for a friend of mine I've never met. His name is Michael J. Doyle, and he sat up there on June 21st, 1877. He was barely 20 years old. He had tuberculosis, so the prognosis was not good anyway, but he was a poet. And he asked that his poetry get published one day. His friends told him that it would, but then it never did. So I found this one poem of his in the back of the prison brochure. The only thing is, you have to help me sing this, because sometimes I get sad and I need time to cry in between the verses. Okay? So if you refer to your mimeograph sheets in your programs, this is the highlighted chorus, or I'll just teach you now. You didn't know so we can interact, right? That's so here's how it goes. It goes, still, alas, I cannot rest while my parents, they do sigh. I pray that God will keep them blessed and to heaven when they die. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay, we'll try it one time. Here we go. Still alas, I cannot rest while my parents, they do sigh. Excellent. I pray that God will keep them blessed from the heaven when they die. You're good. Very good. Okay. Christmas has gone, it's gotta walk up to that jail, so put down your beer.